I just thought we'd done everything, and I swear to God, we hadn't done Logan yet, but I said, Logan's going to be my last. I knew what the script, I was excited about. I thought this is going to be perfect.
I occasionally work with a group called Pacific Wild and a guy named Ian McAllister who runs Pacific Wild, and I just love everything they do up there. So my hope is to go up there and get a distant look at a spirit bear.
Hugh Jackman just made a move that has Ryan Reynolds absolutely terrified. After staying quiet for months, Wolverine himself is now ready to be deposed in the explosive lawsuit between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. But this isn't just about supporting friends anymore. Jackman is prepared to reveal secrets that could destroy Reynolds' carefully crafted image forever. The man who built his career on being everyone's favorite nice guy is about to learn what happens when you push your closest allies too far. The timing couldn't be more suspicious. Just as the legal battle between Lively and Baldoni reached fever pitch, Jackman ended his 27-year marriage to Deborah Lee Furness. 27 years of marriage doesn't just end overnight, especially not when your husband is suddenly thrust into the spotlight of Hollywood's biggest scandal. The divorce papers were filed right around the time Jackman received his deposition notice. Coincidence? Not likely. Sources close to the situation say Jackman has been planning this move for months, carefully timing his personal life changes with his decision to finally speak out against Reynolds. The divorce gave him the freedom he needed to break away from the constraints that kept him loyal for so long. What makes Jackman's involvement even more explosive is that he wasn't supposed to be part of this mess at all. He had nothing to do with It Ends With Us or the alleged harassment that Blake Lively claims happened on set.
No, I mean, I always thought I'd end up as in law enforcement, like my family. So I didn't imagine that acting was a way to get out of the house. It wasn't really like a passion when I was a kid. It was something that I was already doing at home, to survive. So right. You kind of, I noticed when I was a kid, making people laugh was a great self-defense mechanism. It really helped me kind of navigate my way through my own home with my older brothers and my dad, and I could diffuse them by making them laugh.
Yet somehow, Baldoni's legal team specifically requested Jackman for deposition. Why would they want to question someone who wasn't even involved in the film? Because Jackman has witnessed years of Reynolds' manipulative behavior behind closed doors. He's seen how Reynolds operates when the cameras aren't rolling, how he controls narratives and destroys people who get in his way. Now the courts will hear it all. The leaked text messages tell a different story than what Reynolds wants the public to believe. According to multiple reports, Jackman secretly provided Baldoni's legal team with explosive evidence about Reynolds' true character. These weren't just casual conversations between friends. They were detailed accounts of Reynolds' pattern of bullying, manipulation, and career sabotage. Jackman allegedly handed over years of private communications that show Reynolds orchestrating campaigns against anyone who threatened his spotlight. The evidence is so damaging that Reynolds' own legal team is scrambling to keep it from going public. But Jackman doesn't care about protecting Reynolds anymore.
Yeah. My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
One of the most disturbing revelations involves the Nice Pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine. Baldoni's lawsuit claims this character was specifically created to mock and humiliate him publicly. If true, it means Reynolds used a major blockbuster film as his personal revenge platform. Jackman was forced to participate in what was essentially workplace bullying disguised as comedy. He reportedly felt sick about the whole thing, but stayed quiet to maintain their public friendship. The Nice Pool scenes weren't just jokes. They were calculated attacks designed to destroy Baldoni's reputation before he could even defend himself. Jackman watched it happen and
I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah. And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
I mean, look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you out bad.
Did nothing until now. For over a decade, fans believed Jackman and Reynolds had the perfect Hollywood bromance. The playful feuds, the social media banter, the joint appearances, it all seemed so genuine and fun. But according to insiders, Jackman had grown tired of Reynolds' relentless need to be the center of attention. Every interview became about Reynolds, Every promotional event was orchestrated to make Reynolds look better. Jackman, despite being a massive star himself, was reduced to playing the supportive sidekick in Reynolds' show.
Well, that is also accurate and weirdly high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that my kids can watch, but also as a parent, too, you want the parents need to get punched right in the heart as well.
The breaking point came when Reynolds pressured Jackman to attend the It Ends With Us premiere, a movie he had absolutely nothing to do with, just to show support for Lively and Reynolds while Baldoni was reportedly kept away from the main event. The ultimate betrayal came when Jackman allegedly began secretly cooperating with Baldoni's legal team months before his deposition was even announced. He didn't just passively answer questions when asked. He actively provided information that could help Baldoni's case against Lively and Reynolds. This wasn't a friend reluctantly getting...
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. Oh. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
And I'm really excited. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long. But I really want to work with people that are either immensely talented or people that I love and that I'm genuinely best friends with. And unfortunately, Hugh does not qualify as either of those. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So and then that covers Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life, I feel.
Dragged into legal drama, this was someone who had finally had enough and decided to fight back. Jackman reportedly told Baldoni's lawyers about Reynolds' pattern of destroying people's careers, his manipulative tactics, and his habit of using his public image to hide his true nature. The man who once defended Reynolds publicly is now working to expose him privately. Reynolds built his entire brand on being the funny, relatable family man who loves his wife and trolls his friends. But that carefully constructed image is crumbling fast. His marriage to Blake Lively has been questioned for years, with many wondering if their relationship is more about image than love. His friendships are revealed to be calculated business relationships. His humor is exposed as a weapon he uses to control and manipulate others. Even his biggest blockbuster success is tainted by allegations that he used it to bully someone he didn't like. When Jackman testifies, the world will see a very different Ryan Reynolds than the one they thought they knew. The entertainment industry's response to this scandal reveals a troubling double standard. When men are falsely accused of harassment, the media stays relatively quiet. There's no massive outcry, no campaigns for justice, no celebrities rushing to defend the accused. If the roles were reversed and a male producer had made false claims about a female actor, Hollywood would be in complete chaos. The silence surrounding Baldoni's situation shows how the industry protects certain people while abandoning others. Even respected figures like Hugh Jackman initially stayed quiet, more concerned with protecting friendships than seeking truth. Hugh Jackman is no longer the quiet, supportive friend who stays in the background. He's ready to testify, ready to reveal what he knows, and ready to finally tell the truth about Ryan Reynolds. The deposition isn't just a legal formality for Jackman, it's his chance to break free from years of manipulation and control. When he sits in that courtroom, he won't be protecting Reynolds anymore. He'll be exposing him, and once Jackman speaks, Reynolds' empire of lies and careful image management will come crashing down. The man who thought he could control everyone around him is about to learn that even his closest allies have limits.